back right now. Let's put Erie Cathedral Prep. And we'll give you an idea. You're looking at some of the faithful that have made their way. Erie Cathedral Prep, 24-7. Gary, they've got their hands full with Kobe Bryant. Here's some of the guys we're going to see. We hope. All right, Erie's lineup. Brian Sizikowski, he's the big guy going to have to get it done. He's tough as his last name is to pronounce.
12.7 points a game for Sizikowski. Keith Nye's in there as well, a 5'11 senior, 11 points a game. Julian Banks at 7.7. John Trocchi at 10.6. The other of 3 double-figure scorers in there, and Doug Lecker at 4.1.
Lower Merion, needn't say more. Number 33 in your program, near and dear to everybody's heart in the arena tonight. Kobe Bryant. Will he skip and go to the NBA? We're not sure. He's the show, though.
31 points a game, 14 points a game for his partner Jermaine Griffin, 2 points a game for Brandon Pettit, Emery Dabney at 9 points a game, and Dave Lasman at 4 points a game. One guy they expected to start tonight who sprained his left ankle, Dan Pangrazio, the best three-point shooter other than Bryant, will not play this evening. His teammates really kind of remembered him tonight by putting on special shirts that had his number on the back, number 21. Every one of them had it on.
He is on the sideline. Kobe Bryant to jump it up against John Trocchi, and we are underway. You're looking at Emery Dabney, 5'10" sophomore. Lower Merion, one of the real good programs in District 1.
Matchup zone here for Erie Cathedral Prep coming out, but the emphasis on the zone is follow Kobe Bryant wherever he goes and pick him up.
He does it inside, he does it outside. Long jumper, this time from Dabney is no good, and the rebound is cleaned out of there by Doug Lecker.
Keep track of that possession, because every time someone else shoots it, Kobe Bryant is not shooting it for Lower Merion. Almost said Lower Dog, you got to watch this. So that's another Philly school who's pretty successful over the years.
Erie has been around the country, though, playing basketball. It's a very poised group.
Look at the motion offense, pass, cut through. They just keep people in motion. You can never really double up anywhere because they keep you moving all the time.
Long jumper around and off, no good. Bryant lost the handle, and it's tracked down again, this time by Sizikowski.
And the way Erie Prep is thinking, if we have the ball, Lower Merion and Kobe Bryant don't.
Little dribble penetration and good that time. John Trocchi, his first 2. Prep by a deuce.
Hasty move by Trocchi. He goes down the lane and flips it up with his left hand. Erie Cathedral Prep, they know how to win here on the board first.
Emery Dabney takes it down low, can't get it. Rebound comes away to Erie. Here comes Cathedral Prep.
This is historically the most accurate, or the most athletic rather, of all of the 8 games that are played on PIAA Championship Basketball Weekend.
Keith Neese, he has a lot of experience. Another long 3 and good this time from Brian Sizikowski. Had 58 of those home run bombs during the regular season.
Reverse the basketball, get in the hands of your shooter, Brian Sizikowski, and he knocks down the 3. 5-0 Erie Cathedral Prep.
Trying to get Bryant involved. He's got the ball now. Looking at one of the best players in high school basketball in recent time here in the Keystone State. Look at Bryant to the dotted line. Loves to dish off penetration. That's what the Lower Merion people say, and that time it results in a turnover as Dabney could not hang on.
Kobe Bryant from great stock. His father, Joe Jellybean Bryant, played for the Sixers, is now an assistant coach with LaSalle. Joe Bryant, in fact, has his son Kobe Bryant practicing with the Sixers from time to time. He can probably play for them right now. Quickly reversing the ball, Erie Cathedral Prep, and looking for that 3.
There's Keith Neese.
Greg Downer, the coach for Lower Merion, has got to be thinking about a timeout here momentarily. His team down 7-0 in the opening gun.
Now it comes Kobe Bryant, going to drive into the lane, has to dish it back off this time for Griffin, and it's tipped away. 7-0 the score.
You talked about Erie.
Sorry, Gary.
Sorry about that. Erie Cathedral Prep to talk about balance. They'll use everybody in the offense. Reverse the ball, look for the 3, and that time missing.
Sizikowski had a nice look at it. Kobe Bryant off to the races. Lower Merion looking for their first field goal. Bryant all the way has it stripped on the way through and out of bounds. Bryant ready to elevate and linger at the launching pad that time. 4:52 to go here in the opening period.
You don't think he's a marked man? Look at that replay. Everybody's got their hands ready for Kobe Bryant when he comes wandering into the lane.
Ball is is tipped again. Emery Dabney had a block. Nice has control. The Ramblers are rolling right now, 7-0.
And the Ramblers on offense are keeping everybody in motion. They're not allowing anyone to get close.
Dribble drive all the way, can't find it that time was Julian Blankson. Here comes Lower Merion, the Aces. And it goes, and the foul, and they were looking for Omar Hatcher that time, and he flew through the air and draws the foul.
Omar Hatcher looked like the Big O as he floated through the air. You see the gathering in the middle of the court, and now the replay. Omar Hatcher is going to head to the line for two. Hatcher on the year, pretty good free throw shooter, 73%. He has 2 shots coming.
Let's check in with Mark Shuey. Mark Shuey is going to cover the venue areas for us. Mark, there is a huge contingent from Erie student-wise at this game tonight.
Erie and Lower Merion have both packed this place. Every nook and cranny of the Hershey Park Arena is sold out. Even 1,400 standing room only seats have been taken. And it is one loud barn this evening as the Hershey Park Arena hosting the boys quad A game.
Ball is tipped. Bryant for 3, top of the circle, off the front of the iron. He had an excellent look at it, though, ahead to Nice. Again, we mentioned this, a veteran team, well coached by Marcel Uribe. Nice, dotted line, push good.
You talk about Erie Cathedral Prep, you're talking about a team that really, it's like getting ready for college. They played all over the country. Cleveland, St. Edward, Franklin, Simpson, Kentucky, Huntsville, Alabama. They've been all over the lot, Jed.
Inside, missing the shot in close was Brandon Pettit. Rebound and a foul. And underneath might be on Frank this time. Pettit, 6'5" junior, Gary, only averaging 2 points a game. This time to the rack with authority.
This might be on Sizikowski. If it is, that would be foul number 2 on the big guy. He is the leader of this team without a doubt, and he will leave the game here momentarily. I'm not sure for how long tonight. Normally, you wouldn't see him again for the half. Marcel Arabi may need him in there to carry this team in the first half.
Sizikowski is gone, 6'3" senior. That'd be not a good foul shooter on the season. 3:53 to go in the opening period. It's 9-2. Brendan Pettit.
What Pettit does, he flings the ball just a little bit. He doesn't get the good lift. And you see it here, timeout on the floor.
9-3. Lower Merion trailing Erie Cathedral Prep. Let's check in with Mark Shuey. Mark?
Well, it is loud here at the Hershey Park Arena, and a big reason why is the people from Erie. They've driven 6 hours to come down here to this championship game. You know, you mentioned that Erie Cathedral Prep is battle-tested this year. They've lost 7 games on the year. The record is 24-7, but only 2 of those games that they've lost were to Pennsylvania schools, both to the same school, McDowell. The other loss came to teams from out of state. So Erie Cathedral Prep, they'll go anywhere. They'll play anyone. And looks like, from the sound of it, these people will follow them there, too. Jed and Gary?
The one loss to McDowell actually was for the district championship, which is the reason Erie Cathedral Prep comes in here in kind of an unusual position of being the second-place team in their district and possibly ending up the year as a state champion. In fact, who else did they beat to get here? McDowell. 5 times they played this season, and what an outstanding rivalry that has been up in the Erie area.
Well, Erie Cathedral Prep, they've been to the state championship round before. They defeated Hazleton 41-30. Booker Coleman was their last big-time star. They did that in 1992-93 and then lost a couple of years, lost the following year, rather, 93-94 to Chester 69-65. Here they are back in the gold medal round again in boys quad A.
Well, you say the word Erie area, what a nightmare for vowels that is. Even you would have trouble with that, Mr. Donahue.
Can't get on Wheel of Fortune. You can't afford to buy them all. Julian Blanks. Nice. Out top now, Doug Lucker. They have excellent ball control. It's a team that is very disciplined in the half-court game.
Look at this. Pass, cut. Watch their cutting game here. You see a pass, then always the cut through. Keep that man in motion. Don't allow him to double up on you. Everybody above the 2-3 line, everybody above the free throw line, looking to try to back door.
Nice tied up. Jump ball, arrow, Erie Cathedral Prep.
What I wanted to say there, Jed, it's a 2-3 type offense. Everybody above the free throw line, you're looking for constant back cutting. Keep the people in motion. That'll eventually isolate someone if they keep reversing the ball.
9-3. 3:20 to go here in the opening quarter. Julian Blanks. Boy, you just hear everything. squeaking, the physical nature. Long Blanks three is short. Bryant, boy, they turned off the seatbelt sign up in there. 9-3.
That's a place that no man has been before on most of this court.
Out of bounds it goes. Now Kobe Bryant, they're talking, does he go to LaSalle and play for his dad, where he's an assistant there to Speedy Morris, who just signed a big deal? Donnie Carr is a big friend of his at Roman Catholic, a team that beat Lower Merion earlier this year.
He is being frustrated at the moment. He has not had a clean look yet.
There's a clean look underneath, but a missed layup that time from Jermaine Griffin, and Erie's got the rebound. Long outlet this time. Pat Fiorelli missed it. Rebound comes away for Pettit.
Kobe Bryant made him change his shot at the end.
Pull-up pop this time, and good. Excellent look. Emery Dabney off the window.
Pretty look. That's the way you pull up. The old Sam Jones bank shot you used to see with the Celtics. And all of a sudden, Lower Merion back in the game. They're down by 4.
2:34 left, first quarter. First substitution of the game.
Foul number 24, David Rosenberg. His first, team's first.
Kerry Walker is on.
Rosenberg's going to pick up the foul. That'll be his first of the evening. There's that motion we were talking about. Look at that. Everybody cutting, everybody looking to set a screen weak side. Eventually, someone's going to be open.
Backdoor Trokey to the left hand and rolled out. Trokey battling in a foul over the back. Might be Lower Merion this time. Kerry Walker just came on.
Should be Jermaine Griffin coming over the back as he was trying to get the rebound. Here you see a good layup. Trokey tries to go for it. It bounces off. Trokey goes back up again, trying to stick it back, and instead, it's going to be number 23. That's Kerry Walker, who's going to see more minutes tonight than he's seen all year because Pengrazio is out of the lineup.
Keith Neese, excellent three-point threat.
Great reversal with the basketball. That'll loosen the defense up every time. You're eventually going to get a good shot. Don't stop. You let the defense come to you. Now just keep reversing it. Cut through.
Fiorelli, little dribble penetration from 5. No good. Bryant's got the rebound. Kobe Bryant, he hasn't scored yet. Still alive. Ball as it turned over. Oh, they kept it alive. Great hustle again by Erie Prep.
One problem I see with Bryant so far is he tries to do too much and take it all on himself, and you saw what happens there. You're going to lose it when you have people double teaming.
Trokey with it now. Picked up by Bryant. Neese goes back door among the trees. Missed it. Follow Blanks.
And then Blanks had nowhere to go. His teammate was underneath him when he came down, but he finished it off 11-5. Erie Cathedral Prep.
Bryant stutter step move. Scoops it up. Missed it. Rebound. Follow. Blocked out of bounds. Lower Merion ball. Even on a miss right there, that was something to watch.
I'm going to make a statement for you, Jen, and it may not be a real popular statement with some of our Lower Merion fans. Talk about Billy Owens in the comparison. Billy Owens carried a much deeper maturity into a game than I think Kobe Bryant possesses at this particular point in his career.
1:19 to go in the opening quarter. Into the game now as well as David Lasman. He's a senior. He has the ball. Bryant, turnaround jumper, missed everything. He's pressing, I think, right now in the early portion.
He's pressing big time, turning to his coach, looking. He is a very frustrated young man at the moment. Greg Downer, his head coach over there, looking back saying, hey, there's not a lot I can do to help you right now, son. You just got to play through it. Long way to go in this game.
Still 11-5. 50 seconds to go.
Erie Cathedral Prep would like to keep this game somewhere in the 60s, maybe even high 50s if they can.
Julian Blanks looking for Lecker, and it goes out of bounds. Doug Lecker, a 6'3 senior, averaging 4.1 points per game. He does a lot of the dirty work.
Substitutions for the Aces. Number 15,
Kobe Bryant, a lot to say during the game. He's a leader out there.
Number 53,
Marcelo Reedy.
Well, he knows what he's doing. 6 District 10 championships since he's been at Erie Cathedral Prep, and a state championship to go with it. And you know, Jeb, we talked so many times about legendary programs in the state. Certainly Erie Cathedral Prep's program would rank as one of those.
Into the game now for Erie is Bob Vahey, a 6-foot senior. Both coaches just giving everybody a taste of this championship environment with 25 seconds to go. Also in is Graham Witherspoon. He's got the ball now. He's a wide body.
Look at the spacing here, about 15 to 17 feet. You're just looking for someone to have a free cut to the basket as you tick down inside 15 seconds.
They just don't make any mistakes off it. Nice into a 14-footer. Oh, that's just beautiful work right there.
Reverse, look for the cut, get that little drive, and the pull up for the 10-foot J.
Bryant gonna fire it at the gun. In and out. Rattled in and out. And we have come to the end of the first quarter of play. Erie Cathedral Prep leading Lower Merion 13-5.
Who would have thunk it? Kobe Bryant going through the first quarter scoreless for Lower Merion. He didn't see a good shot. Erie Cathedral Prep really pulled out a surprise for him tonight. They have focused on him. He has been the total focus of the defense, and Erie Cathedral Prep up by 8 at the end of 1.
Let's go to Mark Shuey right now. Mark, what do you have for us?
Well, if you're watching this game tonight, and if you remember Lower Merion's last state championship, well, then you probably remember Pearl Harbor. The Aces won state titles in 1941, 1942, and their last one came in 1943. Of course, the Aces state basketball championship, their first one, was 63 years ago in 1933, but their last basketball title was long ago and far away, 1943. They're trying to end that long drought here tonight, but they trail 13-5.
You remember that well, don't you, Jed? 1941?
Yeah, sure don't. Anyway, I think one of the things, Kobe Bryant, we'll get into this theory in a moment. Read some numbers for me on the first 8 minutes here. 13-5, Erie Cathedral Prep, the big one.
6 out of 14 for Erie Cathedral Prep in the first quarter, 43%. Dig this, 1 out of 11 for Lower Merion, 9%. You want to talk about great defense and forcing the team to get frustrated, there it is.
Kobe Bryant considers himself a point guard, even though he's the tallest player on the team, and there seems to be some question as to what position he's really at here.
I think he's got a question at the moment as to where he's at. He really is not into the flow of this game at all.
Emery Dabney has the basketball now for Omar Hatcher. Now they find Bryant springs from the baseline. Oh, goodness.
Bryant drive rope, and the ability to go right over top of you and look it in your face. Bryant practices, as we said, with the Sixers. And they said when he practiced with the Sixers, there wasn't a noticeable difference in the way he played compared to the pros.
Julian Blanks, Fiorelli has seen a lot of minutes here in the opening half. Lecker. This is where they've really killed Lower Merion so far. They've just been so patient in this set. Fiorelli down the lane, rattled out, battle for the rebound, and it's going to be on Fiorelli, the foul.
Patented Cathedral Prep basketball, but not the finishing ability that we've seen over the years. As Fiorelli going down the lane just kind of lofts it instead of finishing it. You can see he didn't have the good finish. And here's the frustration foul coming right in behind there. R.J. Fiorelli with his first foul of the evening. Fiorelli, excuse me.
7:15 to go, second quarter. 13-7 the score. Looking at Kobe Bryant, I think they're going to let him run the point guard spot now. He loves to pass off the dribble.
You notice what Erie Cathedral Prep's doing. Every time he has the ball, they double team basically and make him give it up. Not a bad philosophy defensively. If someone else shoots it, he's not.
There they go. Just like you were saying, now the 3 guys all over him and a foul.
Don't want to do that, though. It's not going to hurt you this time, but kind of a dumb foul when you're 35 feet away from the basket.
Bryant averaging 31 points per game.
Was averaging 35 earlier in this season to go on with 13 rebounds.
Well, you'd expect a scoring average to dip somewhat in the postseason.
Good defense always overtakes good offense in the playoffs.
Dabney into the lane, missed it. Rebound, Bryant looks to elevate and linger. Oh, goodness.
There are not a lot of high school kids that will go straight up from a standstill position and throw it in your face. But we saw Kobe Bryant do there. His teammate Emery Dabney went down at the same time.
He threw that one down.
That was like,
no doubt about it. Here it is again.
Watch this. Get out of the pool, everybody. It's an adult swim, and here he comes, up and down.
We'll save that one for you.
Yeah, well, that's definitely a highlight show in itself. Now here at Cathedral Prep basketball. Pass, cut, find the open man, keep it alive.
This has got a lot of championship game experience. I remember Nice from a couple of years ago. Driving in that time was Croaky, and he can't get it. Here comes Lower Merion on the run. Bond missed it, ball on the deck, ball battled for here. He's got it back. leading 13-9. Trying to withstand a run. But a nice save. Nice for three. Left that long, and the rebound is cleaned out of there nicely by Jermaine Griffin.
Jermaine Griffin, the only guy on that side that was going to have anything to say about that rebound. He snatched it down, and no one was going to get another hand on it.
There's Bryant. Dribbles into the lane. Stutter step. 6 points now for Bryant. It's 13-11.
Split the defenders. They tried to trap him, never got a chance. Fall like a butterfly and sting like a bee at the end. And Bryant getting on track here in the second quarter. He has 6 points out of his team's 11.
Emery Dabney, by the way, looks slow because I think he got stepped on after that dunk followed by Bryant 2 trips ago. He's into the game, and they go back for that time. John Trokey, he's got 4.
Reversal of the basketball, stretched the defense all the way to the baseline, and Trokey just stepped around after sealing his man and laid it in. Here's a double team again on Bryant.
Long jumper this time by Emery Dabney is wide, and here comes Erie again with a rebound. 1 and out. They're really patrolling the boards well.
We're talking about Nice beat on that team 2 years ago that lost the state championship by 4 to Chester. That might be one of the most memorable games we've ever seen in a 4A state championship, Jed.
That was a beaut. Parker Coleman, he fouled. Push-off variety. Jermaine Griffin, his first. There you see the coaching staff. Greg Downer.
Greg Downer had a tough moment tonight. His brother Drew at the hospital was taken there, and fortunately only dehydration. He may well be back before this game is over. It's a scary moment anytime you're getting ready for something like this and you have to go for a family matter. They always take precedence.
Omar Hatcher leaves. Damon Rosenberg is in. David Rosenberg, that is. 4:40 to go. We're in the second quarter. 15-11 the score. Sizikowski is back into the ball game. He's got 2 fouls. They don't want to get a third on him. He's an excellent player on the outside and the perimeter. Ball tipped on the way through. It will be Lower Merion basketball. The Aces get it back, trailing by 4. Bryant was 0 for 4 in the first quarter, 3 for 3 this time around. One of them, high percentage on the putback dunk.
Yeah, I haven't seen anybody go up from standstill position in a state championship in a long time able to do that.
Collapse on him there, Gary. Look at the screen right there.
Every time they're putting him in the post now to try to get him open. And now he's going to come back out to the perimeter. Watch the double team right away. Here it comes. Make him give it up.
Somebody's got to be open, and somebody better start converting to take that pressure off.
Somebody's got to realize their new role as a scorer when he's double teamed.
Double drive Griffin. He's the second leading scorer, and he's got his first 2 of the night.
And Griffin says, I realize what I'm supposed to do is he takes it to the rack hard and finalizes well.
There's Fiorelli. Erie playing a smart game here in the first half, although their lead has melded to 2. Julian Blanks elevates, stutters in, and Griffin's got the rebound.
This quickness of Lower Merion is something that's really blinding. A lot of good shots started by Erie Cathedral Prep, but they end up being very highly contested at the end.
Bryant all the way and draws the foul, but they say traveling. Looked like he might have been hammered, but he traveled first to get there.
Bryant needs to watch himself a little bit. He's got a lot to say. Look at the spin. Now, you know, he may have an argument there. He spun on 1 foot, and he really never left it. What he's saying is, I kept my pivot foot, but the referee thought differently, at least on that play. To be honest with you, I'm not sure the official has seen moves like that before. That was a heck of a big-time move.
Ball tipped out of bounds by Rosenberg. 8-2 run by Lower Merion this quarter to get back in the hunt. It's 15-13.
Man-to-man face guard press. Bring the big man up in the middle to try to break it. He definitely occupies a lot of that middle when he gets there.
Mark Shuey will talk about the tradition of Erie Cathedral Prep. Sizikowski missed it. Rebound, though, tracked down by Trauke.
Now you see the motion. Here we go. Pass, cut, screen. Swing the ball the other side. Move that defense. Loosen him up.
Witherspoon, he's a little out of his range. Getting a little closer to it, though.
Hey, the big guy says, I'm out here at 14. I know I'm not supposed to shoot here, but if I take 2 dribbles, who knows what will happen. He's in the look for his first deuce.
A Richter scale like boom. There's Griffin on the baseline. Missed it. Rebound. Goes to Erie. Lower Merion. Really, they seem to be talking to the officials after the whistle. They seem frustrated as a club. They're down 4, but out of sync.
That's what I said. You can't talk to officials too much here because eventually you're going to get tired of hearing you. And you may see those hands come together in that T sign.
Here's Trockey for three. That's wide. Rebound, Bryant. Foul. Sizikowski. That's number 3, and that will be a biggie.
And Uribe took a chance on playing with that point. Fiorelli's going to have to come back in for him. Here's the 3 attempt. Now watch, off the rim, Sizikowski over the back. No question that it was a foul. Good call by the official, and he will go to the bench. There's no question he's also the leader of this team, Jed. That hurts here at Cathedral Prep badly.
They managed to live through it in the first quarter.
You'll not
hit with that second one, Gary. What, about 2-3 minutes in?
Really, I was surprised that Marcel Uribe kept him in, but he may have thought, hey, I've got to live with this guy. Playing an awfully good team and the best player in the country, he better stay in.
Well, when you got a senior, you can do that or take that kind of chance. Dribble drive this time is no good by David Lastman, and here comes Cathedral Prep.
With Sizikowski out of there, your team becomes much more balanced. You need to pass, cut, and screen and buy yourself a few minutes. 2:23 to halftime, and you want to try to buy your way in.
Ball is tipped, controlled by Troutke. Bryant out to meet him.
Look at the heat here. Double teaming everywhere, Lower Marion. There's going to be an opening in the baseline.
Reaching foul on Bryant. That's his first.
If anyone gets a chance to get it to the baseline. Everybody up high on the 2-3 trying to delay. And the trapping eventually causes the foul by Bryant. His first, team third of the first half.
Bryant with 6 points, 3 for 4 now in this quarter. Witherspoon's out. Graham Witherspoon, 6'3" junior. 1:48 to go. Well, Erie Cathedral Prep is a storied athletic tradition. Governor Ridge is here tonight. He is, of course, from the Erie area. Let's go to Mark Shuey and find out more about that. Mark?
Yeah, Erie Cathedral Prep, definitely one of the most prolific programs in the state of Pennsylvania. They're playing in their 4th boys Quad A state championship game tonight. The Ramblers are 1-2 in those championship battles. Prep won back in 1993, beating Hazleton 41-30, but lost to Chester the very next year in 1994, 69-65. Their other state title loss came in 1984. Erie Cathedral Prep lost that game to Williamsport in the finals, 68-61. And like you said, Jed, the most famous Erie Cathedral Prep alumni, Governor Tom Ridge, is in the building tonight to root on his Ramblers, who come into the game at 24-7. They're the District 10 runner-up. Jed and Gary?
There is the governor right there, who's enjoying some of the action.
Governor Tom Ridge, of course, was said, a native of Erie.
Well, whatever your politics are, you got to be here to see, 1, your alma mater, and 2, maybe what everybody considers the best player in the country in Kobe Bryant.
And you see the governor's stern look there. He breaks it up a little bit there. Good stern coaches look there. I like that. Studying the floor, and now he kind of looks around a little bit and has a little smile. You got to be smiling when you see a festive atmosphere like this.
Sold out Hershey Park Arena. I haven't seen it like this since Steel High was in the final in '92 against Puxatawny. That was about 8,200, 8,300. Blanks, back out Troche. He's played a solid game. I mean, these guys are just...
It's like Alice in Wonderland with a basketball. You hope you get to fantasy land, and you hope you have the ball with you when you get there.
Lecker open on the baseline. Well, that's a nice look. Doug Lecker's first 2. And it's 19-13, and Erie Cathedral Prep looks to be weathering the storm. Bryant gives the ball up for Emory Dabney.
Marcel Uribe says, hey, buy us a little bit of time here. He does exactly that with a nice 15-foot J. 6-point lead for Erie Cathedral Prep.
Hustling Bryant down. We got a charge right there. Nice held his ground. Toughest call we've always talked about for the official. That's easy to make the deciphering here.
Watch this, though. Plant, put on the out-of-bounds line, and you and I could have made that call without any problem at all. Good, smart basketball defensively by Erie Cathedral Prep's Ramblers.
If that got any harder, we'd move the chains out to see if he got the first down. Underneath a minute to go in the first half. We'll put the clock up for you here momentarily. 19-13 the score. Erie by 6. Intercepted by Bryant. He's got a lane. Going. See ya.
You got to look out when you see a man with that kind of talent steal it, because there's only one thing that's going to happen, and it's bad.
Broke it off in the lock on the break. 19-15.
Now for Erie Cathedral Prep, you want to slow it down, get the last shot, and answer the 2 points here on the other end. Might not be a dunk, but it'll be every bit as effective. Here's the delay game. Everybody basically above the free throw line now inside.
Lecker backdoor, big hoop there for Erie. Great ball moving on the cut and roll.
Lecker gets a 15-footer last time down. Now the nice back cut again for the layup going through. 10 seconds to go in the half.
Long jumper missed that time by Omar Hatt. Archer, rebound to Erie. Nice has 3 seconds. 2, and he's just going to dribble out the clock, and that'll do it. Timeout on the floor. We have come to halftime. Our score 21-15. Kobe Bryant, 8 points. The last 2 have been loud, but Erie Cathedral Prep uses a half-court game to perfection and leads 21-15. We're putting some numbers together on how we got to the halftime score. Halftime highlights as well. Third quarter action is next after this timeout. Welcome back to the Hershey Park Arena. Jed Donahue, the coach. Gary Sutton. Numbers, the one that matters. 21-15 the score. Erie Cathedral Prep by 6.
Numbers definitely in favor of Erie Cathedral Prep. Obviously they're up 6, but they're keeping it low scoring. A team like Lower Merion that averages 73 points a game, not anywhere near their average. 10 field goals to 6. The most important number, only 8 points for Kobe Bryant in the first half for Lower Merion. They did a superb job defensively, did Erie Cathedral Prep. 1 of 6 from the three-point line for the Ramblers. Lower Merion has yet to hit a 3. Free throws, Erie Cathedral Prep didn't get to the line, 3 of 4 for Lower Merion. 3 turnovers for Cathedral Prep, resulting in 2 Lower Merion points. On the other side, 5 for Lower Merion. Erie Cathedral Prep converted those into 4 points on the other end. And I know we had some good first half highlights, Jed. We want to take a look at those in a moment.
All right, Kobe Bryant, there's been some complaints about a wet ball. Mark Shuey will detail us for us. All right, Gary, take us into this.
Emery Dabney with the shot, and now you see coming back for Erie Cathedral Prep, Keith Nyes. Here comes the slam with authority, up and down for Kobe Bryant. And then right back with Erie Cathedral Prep. And you'll see the big guy, Witherspoon, says, give it to me, I'll take it to the rack. And finally, Kobe Bryant on the breakaway here, he steals it. And watch this. Nothing but bad if you're Erie Cathedral Prep, nothing but good if you're Lower Merion, and whammo! He throws it down with gusto.
Right into your living room right there. Let's go to Mark Shuey right now, the Lower Merion coaches, and Kobe Bryant. Sometimes the basketball can get a little slick, and apparently that was kind of a storyline on the Lower Merion bench in the first half. Mark?
Well, in the first half of play, Gary mentioned that Kobe Bryant was doing a little bit of complaining, but it was not directed at the officiating. Bryant was complaining that the basketball being used was very slippery, and it was tough to hang on to. The Lower Merion coach, Greg Downer, even requested a change of the basketball. That request was denied. So it may be very interesting to watch Kobe Bryant in the second half and how he reacts to the ball that he is not happy with. Does it or does it not affect his game? Jed and Gary?
Gamesmanship, brinksmanship. Your take on it, Gary?
What happens with the basketballs, they're relatively new here at the Park Arena. And you shine them with a certain kind of spray to keep them clean. That spray sometimes, when it's on the ball, will make it a little bit slippery in the beginning. Most coaches would prefer to have a basketball that's used because they're a little bit more rubbed and a little bit more rough. It gives a much better grip to the ball when you want to shoot it. We're looking at this ball here in front of us. It's a Wilson. It's brand new, and it's a little bit slippery there apparently in the first half. It's also a little shiny right now. You can see why some of that slipperiness taking place. One of the things on the Wilson basketball, by the way, that you notice, a little bit thinner seam. For shooters, they like a little bit wider seam. In the pros, you always see a wider seam by about 1/4 of an inch, and that's one of the reasons you see them shoot a little bit better in the pros.
The coach, Gary Sutton. I don't know how to react to that.
I'll give you one other little point. Whenever you see clinicians go out and conduct shooting clinics,
I guess
they always deflate the ball a little bit because then you can also grip it better and show off a little bit better as well.
Since you're on a hard roll, look into the ball now. Tell me keys to the second half. Let's talk Erie first.
Erie Cathedral Prep has a solid game plan. Continue to pay attention to Bryant, double team him when he gets the ball, sag on him when he doesn't have it. If you're Lower Merion, be a little bit more patient, reverse the ball a few times, and look for Bryant to get the ball in his hands. He's not shooting it enough right now, in my estimation. You need to find other ways to get him the ball. The obvious way that everybody's looking for is when he has the ball out front, they're going to gang up on you. So decoy him a little bit and come back to him by going away from him first and then reversing it.
Erie will get it first. We are underway now in the second half. Julian Blanks.
Erie Cathedral Prep wants to reestablish momentum this half by getting the first bucket. They'll take as much time as it takes here as they spread the floor on Lower Merion.
Sold out Hershey Park Arena. There's 8,000 plus in here for this particular ball game.
It's like a constant delay game here. They've widened their gaps a little. Look at this.
Julian Blanks walked. caught the ball in midair and then came back down and shuffled.
I'll tell you what, though, the idea was good. Widen the lanes a little bit, get the spacing 2 feet further out to about 17 feet, and you're going to have yourself lanes to success.
I just looked at Marcel Uribe, head coach at Cathedral Prep, and he knew that, oh, man, we missed an opportunity there.
What might have been, that looked like an easy layup.
There goes Griffin into the lane, and a foul. He's got a chance at a three-point play, and I'll tell you, Jermaine Griffin, a senior, he doesn't get a lot of pub, but he's got a big-time move here, Gary.
Talk about elevating and linger. Jermaine Griffin says, well, if Kobe can't do it, maybe it's my turn to take over. I'm the second leading scorer on this team, and he takes it to the rack with authority. He'll step into the line to try to complete it the hard way here.
Well, he needs to take over because they are collapsing in and around Bryant. Rattled out, penny in a jar syndrome that time. They'll settle for 2 and down by 4.
43% free throw shooter of the year. He is not a guy you normally want to see at the charity stripe.
John Trokey. Sizikowski, by the way, with 3 fouls, starting the second half on the bench. They're going to save him for crunch time. He might come back midway through this period. Ball is tipped. Intercepted Griffin. Got a clear lane to the basket, plays it home.
Griffin coming up big here as he takes care of the conversion and got another turnover.
Ball is kicked. Bryant saves it. Thoroughbred to the timeline. Pounds it hip high. They have a chance to tie or go ahead with a free here.
2-3 zone by Erie Cathedral Prep.
Bryant from downtown missed it. That was an NBA three. Doug Lecker, he had an excellent first half. Urelic, give it up on the baseline. Trokey can't get it. Bryant climbed high and Lecker over the back with a foul. For Lecker, that's going to be his first that I have him for.
Lecker never even stopped to look. He said, I know I did it. I come over the back. Watch this. No question about it. Right over the back. He started running the other direction. He knew the foul was there.
21-19.
2 fouls the second half against Erie Cathedral Prep. None so far for Lower Merion.
Omar Hatcher crosses it back over for a 3 this time for Emory Dabney. Lower Merion leads for the first time at 22-21.
Well, they've chosen to come out in the second half and use everybody but Kobe Bryant to score, and it's working.
This is a key moment in the game right now. You might have to see Sizikowski come back. Whistle underneath. They're looking at Bryant on a reach-in for his second personal foul.
And that starts to be major if he picks up number 3. You know, I think what Greg Downer said to his team at halftime, Jed, was very simply, guys, we're going to redefine some roles here. They're paying a lot of attention to Kobe. We're going to make other people step up as scorers, and they've done that so far in the third quarter.
They gave the foul to Jermaine Griffin, tipped out of bounds. Bryant getting a hand in front that time of John Trokey. Erie has played a perfect game in the half-court set right now, Gary, to weather the storm.
Well, they've got to reestablish here because they're doubting themselves here for the moment. Again, Sizikowski on the bench, and that's not helping either.
Trokey for 3, left that short. The rebound is taken away by Emory Dabney. Dabney, give and go. Bryant all the way. Oh, goodness, with 2 hands with authority.
2 hands, thank you, ma'am, and in your face coming down the floor. 3-point lead, largest lead of the night for Lower Merion.
The loudest 2 of the night as well with 5:15 left. Lecker baseline, ball is stolen away by Griffin. Feeding frenzy now for Lower Merion.
Really need a timeout the next time you get a chance if you're Uribe.
Hand off Bryant into the lane, give and go. Griffin draws back, and a follow is good by Pettit.
Gotta have a timeout here if you're Erie Cathedral Prep.
They're just climbing all over the iron. Timeout, Ramblers. 4:58 left, third quarter. They storm to their feet on the Lower Merion side. On a quick run, it's 26-21. Lower Merion storms out of the locker room and blows it open.
Lower Merion has turned up their defense, and when you get steals, here's what happens on the other end. Get it out ahead, get it to the right man, and bring it on home. Kobe Bryant, 2 hands with authority.
The long jump right there, and when you get in transition, Erie Cathedral this quarter, 6 possessions, 4 turnovers, 0 for 2 from the floor. Thus, they trail by 5 now at 26-21. Let's go to Mark Shuey. This is as loud as I've heard the arena in a long time in this kind of environment in championship basketball. An 11-0 run by Lower Merion has jump-started the place.
Well, I don't think loud does this building justification right now. The Hershey Park Arena turns 60 years old this year. And if it's too loud for the old girl, well, you can blame the Lower Merion folks who just watched their team peel off 11 straight points. And they're happy about it as the Lower Merion Aces obviously up 26-21.
Kobe Bryant, considered the best player in high school. Here's why.
No words needed.
Just the way he can just jumpstart. Just flies through the air. This is a huge possession in this game now for the Ramblers. Ball tip, foul, Erie, and that check that's going to be on Lower Merion. There's Bryant's second. They gave the other foul moments ago to Jermaine Griffin, who's got 2.
I thought that was Bryant's foul a moment ago, the one they gave to Griffin. I think this one is Bryant's foul. It is his second, team second half.
26-21. Down low it goes for Trocchi. He can't hang on. Fiorelli's got the rebound. He's thought about a 3. Sizikowski will shoot it, though, and he's got the home run bomb from downtown. He's off the bench with his first 3. He's been saddled with foul trouble, and it's a 2-point game again.
Big Clara Barton bucket there as it stops the bleeding for Erie Cathedral Prep. They crawl back in this game.
Griffin, did he step out of bounds? There's a foul first. It's on Trocchi.
Trocchi never really got his foot on the baseline, gave him just enough look to get through. Watch this. There's a space. Then he reaches around and hacks him on the arm.
I'm impressed with Griffin's game. I'm more impressed with his assertiveness starting the second half.
Yeah, he really has come out hard the second half, and he has assumed a leadership role, which I don't believe he assumed at all in the first half.
Griffin on the turnaround, got a roll.
Griffin is looking to score now. He did not look like that in the first half at all.
He came in averaging 14 a game, and this full court pressure is helping Lower Merion create some opportunities. They break the throw with Pete Neese.
Hey, the heat has been turned up on the defense of Lower Merion. They didn't play this hard in the first half. They have turned it up a step in the second half everywhere you look.
Well, the court gets a little tighter when you get the gold medal round. Here's Neese, left it short. Bryant way up high. They turned off the no smoking sign up there. He's to the timeline. He's still alive. Bryant, give and go. Griffin. Oh my goodness, what a play. Off the hip.
Bryant went to the left, backhanded it to the right. That's what everyone came to see here tonight.
Everybody's All-American, and he shows why on that little dribble penetration. Dotted line, dish, hoop, and it's a 30-24 game.
Here at Cathedral Prep, you want to get the crowd out of the game and slow them down. And that's a good way of doing it. By getting to the big shooter and letting him down a 3 himself.
Brian Sizikowski, as tough as his last name, from Home Run Town. 30-27 the score. Long 3 by Dabney. May have been a bad shot. I thought they should have worked it around a little bit. Got a whistle underneath and a foul. It's on Lower Merion, I believe.
Back to the identification they had in the first half was a little bit impatient. Don't let Kobe touch the ball there. They should make sure it touches his hands once every time down the floor, unless you have a clean layup.
Third foul on Griffin. That's cause for concern. 2:55 left third quarter. Pete Neese, backdoor cutting. Fiorelli got a roll.
They broke the zone trap, the 1-2-2 zone trap we talked about with the pass that time, and finally had some success making him pay on the other end.
Kobe Bryant now. Dan Bryant wide open underneath. Long 3 by Hatcher. Can't get a Griffin. Rebound follow. Rattled in and out. Tough break. Rebound follow and a foul. Who are they looking at? This is a 50-50 call.
It appears that they're looking at Kerry Walker. We'll take a look one more time. Over the back. You see it right there.
Team sport.
It's on Fiorelli, Gary. That's his third foul. Team sport.
Fiorelli crawled right up the backside. He gets it in a 3 from downtown.
Emery Dabney from downtown. As Gary mentioned, it's 33-29. 4-point game again. Fiorelli, a lane right over Bryant. Take it right down there. He's got 4 now. That's an excellent play.
Fiorelli says, here, coach, I'll make up for that foul. I'll put one in for us on the other side.
Bringing out is Bryant. He considers himself a point guard. To a screen. Bryant all the way and draws the foul. Oh, you got your hands full. That is a fire right there.
And a big foul it is because it's going to be on Sizikowski, I believe. That should be foul number 4. Here he is, trying to get position. This is not the time when you want to take the charge and you're the big scorer on Erie Cathedral Prep.
Well, Salaribi would have loved to hold him out. But again, he's in the wrong place at the wrong time as Bryant into the painted area, dotted line, and will shoot a pair.
Coach Uribe's over there telling him, you can't take chances, big guy, when you have 3 fouls, now 4.
2:02 left, looking at Kobe Bryant.
78% for the free throw line on the year.
He has such a smooth delivery, Gary, looking at him in pregame warm-ups. This guy has no range that is out of his repertoire.
Most people shouldn't shoot it from the second line here in the arena. He can shoot it there anytime he wants. Watch the dip of the legs, now the lift and the reach.
Well, he's going to be learning a lot of different lines in a lot of different arenas around the country professionally.
Yeah, March is going to be a time where I think he'll be playing off. Look at the heat. Everybody up in the lane here. It is tough to pass anywhere if you're in Cathedral Prep.
They've managed, though, to hit a couple of long threes, but with Zizikowski on the bench, so it's going to be real tough. Trauke takes it right by Pettit and draws the foul. Pettit not fleet of foot that time. Trauke took advantage. Baseline.
Trauke gave kind of a subtle head and shoulders look there. I thought it got Pettit up in the air just a little bit. Pettit got out of position. He created space, and he got the defensive man in motion and drew the foul.
Ball is tipped. It goes back to Lower Merion now. 35-31, 136 left.
Just cannot hold the ball out in front of you on this level. That ball gets too popular, and the quick hands will get in there every time.
Slowing it down a little bit.
Have any idea who'll take the last shot here, Jet? 117, and they're looking now to enter their offense.
Well, there is the offense. Kobe Bryant, 12 points in that.
Interesting play set out of a 2-1-2, and they just cut him really on a long back door and found him going to the basket. Kobe Bryant with 14 in the game.
Julian Blanks. Got a lot of championship game experience. Ball comes free, ball on the deck. Ball still there, and they get it out to Bryant. Bryant now is creating 2-on-1, loves the dish. Oh, tried to spin around, made a huge error. Here comes Erie the other way, Keith Neese.
So there's a 3-on-1 break, and he passed it up. He got a little selfish, and it cost him a turnover.
Selfish to a fault. That's what the scouting reports say. Trauke from long range, off the hop, back of the iron. Nice rebound by Dabney, and he finally puts it out.
Trauke hasn't really been able to hook up on that 3 tonight. If he would have, I think it would have made that defense a little bit more honest to the inside for Lower Merion.
They've collapsed in there, and they've shut it down totally. 37-31, playing out the final 10 seconds now. It's on your screen.
Look for Bryant to get the ball.
Here he comes. Better hurry. Bryant at the gun. Around the rim and out. Tough break that time. Thought he got fouled. No call. 37-31. Good non-call if you ask me from way outside. Good ball game. 8 minutes left. They're on their feet here at the arena. The championship in boys quad A. Let's check in now with Mark Shuey, who's been checking things out for us tonight. Mark?
Well, Kobe Bryant is certainly the best player in the state this year, if not the country. If you were wondering, is the amazing Kobe Bryant the leading scorer in Pennsylvania high school basketball history? The answer is no. Bryant's 2,800-plus points puts him up there in the top 10. As you see, some of the guys from Erie Prep coming out there. These guys are funny.
We're looking at Joe Bryant, his dad, who's a former #1 pick of the Sixers, Mark. There's talk whether or not he might jump through the college ranks and go right to the NBA as well. From what Gary, I don't know whether that's something he should do.
And some are saying, obviously, much like Danny Manning did when his dad was an assistant with Kansas, he may well go to LaSalle where his father's an assistant. I'm not a big believer in jumping out of high school to go to the pros. Kevin Garnett did it, but I really don't think, Jed, it's a wise move. And this kid is a good student. 3.0 in the classroom, over 1,000 on the SATs. Hey, this is the guy that can get it done in the classroom as well. He could certainly make LaSalle a franchise right away if he goes in there.
Well, there's his dad, who I'm sure would love nothing more than to have his son join him at LaSalle with Speedy Morris. They've got Donnie Carr at a Roman Catholic, one of the great players in that particular region. If they get Bryant, they could be, back in the hunt in the Big Five.
Bryant with 1,018 points this year. Coaches felt he could have had 1,500 if not removed in the many blowouts they had. As we've already seen, he's very unselfish in passing off as well. He had 17 assists in one league game this year, so Bryant, the full package.
Good denial by Fiorelli and out of bounds. Keys to this fourth quarter right now, 37-31. Erie weathering a big-time storm. Cathedral Prep, as you look at Marcel Uribe with Sizikowski on the bench with 4 fouls.
You want to talk about the definition of intensity? Marcel Uribe might be it. This is a guy that coaches each game like it's a war.
It is tonight.
Here's the spread again, the set play. They're going to try to look for Bryant probably off the back door, but what they want to do right now is to pull Erie Cathedral Prep out of that zone and make him play man-to-man. That would isolate Bryant one-on-one.
They were collapsing with 2-3 guys around him. Pettit. Now back out to Bryant.
Spread the floor out, make the defense extend itself. That's exactly what they're doing.
There's another long 3 attempt that time by Dabney, and it rattled out, and it's tracked down by Nice.
That was nowhere in the plans, though, for that long shot to be taken by anybody but Bryant.
Nice, dribble drive, and good. Oh, he's a nice player, Gary. This is kind of a coach's type player right there. Not fancy on the box scores, but gets the job done.
Nice soft pull up there, too. Good body control. Downs the 12-footer.
Bryant into the air with the greatest of ease. Now comes back out for a passing lane. Omar Hatcher lost it out of bounds. Erie ball trailing by 4, 37-33, and that'll get the Erie crowd back into the ball game a little bit. See, the bench is fired up.
Well, John Crockett isn't hitting his threes tonight, but I'll tell you one thing he is doing. He is covering up Kobe Bryant like a blanket, and that time he forced the turnover by not allowing the passing lane to be open back to Kobe Bryant.
All right, Brian Sizikowski is back on. You look at Marcel Uribe. The dice have been rolled now.
Yeah, he made his move here.
This is the game.
Yeah, Sizikowski's going to be a guy they'll be looking for next time down.
Ooh, they've got Bryant with number 3 now on a reach-in.
Kind of ironic that the guy with 4, who's the leader of Erie Cathedral Prep, comes back in and gets hit by their top player, Kobe Bryant, his 3rd foul, and that's just a slight bit of concern with 6:31 to go in the game.
4-point game. Lower Merion by 4. They've used an 11-0 run to jump out in front. They started 11-0. Backdoor, Fiorelli all the way and good.
That's Erie Cathedral Prep basketball. Reverse it, backdoor screen off a good backdoor cut, and you see them back in the ball game, down by 2, 6:18 to go.
This game is in one of its moments of truth, dependent and out of bounds, and you get the sense that Big Mo has made the turn. Timeout, Lower Merion to put the fire out with 6:12 left. 37-35. Both teams gather around their respective head coaches at this particular point. The electricity level is high. Mark Shuey is traveling around the arena. Mark probably having trouble hearing us considering the din that's in this particular building. There he is. Mark, are you there?
Yeah, I'm right in front of the Erie Prep fans. I can hear you, but I don't know if you can hear me. I don't know if anybody can hear me right now. I'm being drowned out. I was talking to the Darlene Blanks family. They left Erie at about 6:30 this morning, made a couple of stops, pulled into Hershey here at about 2 o'clock this afternoon, and that's what a lot of these folks have done. Erie sent a large contingent down to root on their Cathedral Prep boys in the Quad A title, but a lot of people drove a long way, and they've got a lot of energy here at the Hershey Park Arena tonight. They are loud. Jed and Gary?
Well, Erie's kind of the forgotten town in Pennsylvania, if you want to know the truth, because it's so far out there, at least for those of us living in this part. Here they are in force tonight. You've got numbers that matter as well. Go ahead, Gary.
It is where the power of basketball in the West as far as 4A is concentrated right now. And you talk about the numbers, always look at turnovers, 8 for each team, pretty good number so far. Erie Cathedral Prep much more efficient, converting those into 10 points on the other side. Lower Merion with only 4 off the 8 Erie Cathedral Prep turnovers.
Nice for Julian Blanks. Just heard Mark refer to his family, making a long drive here. Sizikowski for 3, left it long, didn't really get a good look that time, and the rebound is tracked down to Lower Merion that time, David Lastman. Dabney, who's played a pretty solid floor game for Lower Merion with it. Trying to get it into Bryant, they do. All he's got to do is turn around, didn't get a good look. Left it wide. Release point was off that time.
And again, it's John Crockett getting up in his face, so forcing him to shoot a little bit off balance and not quite the way he wanted to.
Erie can tie or go ahead here. Sizikowski, nice catch to keep the possession alive. This guy Nice is having a big night, draws the foul. Looking at Brendan Pettit.
You've got to call a foul there. Pettit argues there's absolutely no way. He had him right on the arm. Good call by the official. Watch this. You'll see the foul right there. Now, he got a little ball, but he also hit him down low with the body, and that's what the referee saw. Not what was up top, but what was down below.
Doug Lecker is back in now. They'll put Sizikowski back on the bench. Anytime with 4 fouls, Gary, really just playing with a bomb.
Well, he keeps rolling the dice. He didn't get hurt too badly, so he pulls him off the table. He'll bring him back in a moment as the first shot is up and good. Second foul, by the way, on Pettit. It is the 6th foul against Lower Merion here in the half. And we're back to square one.
It's a 7-0 run that gets us there, Gary, at 37-37 for Erie Cathedral Prep.
Here you see what you're looking at basically is a boxing one here for all intents and purposes. Fiorelli playing against Bryant. Now everybody picks him across. It's not always the same man guarding him, though.
There's a foul. Got a reach-in foul that time. Let's see who they're looking at. Might be Lecker. It is, for Lecker, his second personal.
This is an interesting defensive approach. It's basically a boxing one concept, Jed, but it's out of a matchup zone. So a different guy always picking Kobe Bryant up wherever he goes.
Bryant lost his balance. Oh, look at this, between the legs. Still going. Oh, backdoor goes Pettit. Got it done. That was great reversal there, Gary. You love to see that kind of stuff.
Good double teaming, but they paid for it as Bryant finally able to reverse the ball. And anytime you double team, someone's open, weak side. Lower Merion did a great job of finding the open man.
39-37. Backdoor goes Crocky to retie the game at 39.
Crocky, who's had his moments defensively playing Bryant tonight, gets a chance to get into the offensive mix for Erie Cathedral Prep.
Bryant really pushing and shoving with Crocky down there. Here's Griffin. He's had a big second half. Takes it up, left it short. Rebound battle for Nice. Tracks it down for Erie Cathedral Prep.
Griffin started the second half hot, but he's been the disappearing man the last few times down, and here comes Erie Cathedral Prep.
Crocky from the baseline. Could have given him the lead, left it wide. Griffin has not recovered from getting his third foul. Seemed to have taken his aggressiveness away.
Crocky flinging the ball a little bit. It's flat, and it's coming out hard every time. He's not getting good lift with his legs.
Look at Bryant. Dices into the lane and draws the foul. They say charging, however, and that's 4 on Bryant now.
Major, major, major foul. Bryant trying to do too much for his team, and you may well see him go out of the game as we're going to see a timeout on the floor.
They're on their feet here in the Hershey Park Arena. Here's foul number 4, and he had position.
Yes, he did. They plant. With a team as smart defensively as Erie Cathedral Prep, you cannot leave your feet. You're at their mercy, and you see what happens. Bryant comes down on his knees, and he has 4 fouls. Tie score, 3:54 to go in the game, and this is truly a championship contest.
Keith Nice, a coach's type player, was there to stick his feet down and draw the charge against Bryant.
And isn't it ironic that Keith Nice, the kid that was here 2 years ago when they last played in the state championship, he knows what it takes to try to win in a game of this magnitude.
Let's go to Mark Shuey. Mark, the one thing I've noticed about these Erie Cathedral Prep fans is when you're in the car all day, it's time to let her loose for a while. Mark?
Yeah, that's for sure. These people are very loud, and equally loud are the Lower Merion fans at the other end of the floor. This Hershey Park Arena, 60 years old, it is packed. Every nook and cranny of this building is sold. The BIAA even sold 1,400 SRO, standing room only tickets. So it's a packed, loud building tonight for the Quad A final, and they're going to see a good one. 3:54 left, and we're right back where we started from. Tied, 39 apiece.
I think a lot of people come into this arena tonight maybe expecting 100 to be scored for the second time, Jed. Wilt did it the first time. His Philadelphia cohort, in this case, Kobe Bryant, is not going to do it tonight. Erie Cathedral Prep has kept this game low scoring. It's right on the numbers they wanted.
Well, the last most ballyhoo player to come in here was Billy Owens. He hung half 100 for Carlisle against Pittsburgh Central Catholic, 52 to be exact.
Greatest individual game I ever saw in this arena, the most unselfish 52 you'll ever see.
Right now it's 39-39, and Sizikowski is back for the Ramblers. Backdoor Truckee, and they retake the lead. There is a beautiful piece of basketball.
They reversed the basketball. Truckee was fronted. They cleared the backside out so no one could help, and then threw it over the top, and Truckee did the rest. Up by 2, Erie Cathedral Prep.
I'm waiting for an alley-oop to Bryant. Just fire it over.
He is rolling around right now. Trocky chasing him everywhere, and then the double team.
Got Julian Bonds with a reach-in. 1-and-1 opportunity now for Bryant. He's well over 70% on the year at the line.
Not the foul that Marcel Uribe wanted, but he's clapping. You talk about cheerleading tonight and emotional coaching. Marcel Uribe, and you can see him right there, has been in this game from start to finish.
Kobe Bryant, 6'6" senior, 41-39. Front end of a 1-and-1. Both teams are bonus the rest of the way. The shot around and drops in.
Talk about a shooter's roll. You get that backspin on, good action. As you look at the other side of the bench, Greg Downer, he has a note of concern at this point. And I believe that's his brother sitting to his left there, Drew.
Dehydration earlier. He is back.
Back from the hospital.
It's good to see Bryant swish. Tied at 41 again. Here we go, down the stretch, 3:05 left.
It's a coach's game now, the chess match on for real, down the last 3:03.
Each team, full complement of timeouts remaining.
Spread the floor now if you're here, Cathedral Prep. Don't allow him to trap you anywhere. Look for that open man cutting.
Sizikowski's a great threat. There's Julian Blanks. Long three, Fiorelli left that short. Bryant tips and gets the rebound. It goes to Omar Hatcher. Foul. Sizikowski, I believe that's number 5.
There was really not a reason to take that shot. Fiorelli was at the top of the key. That's normally a great look, but not in this situation. This is why the game is played in stages. And you need to know right now that you want to reverse the ball and find the best shot in the house and run the clock a little bit.
Well, Brian Sizikowski has the seat we do now. He will watch the rest of the day with 2:43 left. Foul number 5. They got as much out of him as they could in this fourth quarter with 4 fouls.
The kid, who is a senior, will leave the floor for the final time for Erie Cathedral Prep. No doubt, arguably the best leader on the team. As you see Witherspoon give him a big hug and he comes over.
Doug Lecker is back on. Lecker is a workmanlike player. Nothing fancy, Gary, but effective. Timeout. Erie Cathedral Prep. 2:43 left. 41-41 the score. Let's check in with Mark Shuey again. Mark, you kind of feel the tension building a little bit as we move down the stretch here in money time.
Yeah, Jed, one factor that may affect the outcome of this ball game either way is Lower Merion's absence of Dan Pangrazio. He's an excellent three-point shooter, but he sprained his ankle, and he is not playing in the ball game. In fact, the Lower Merion players during the warm-ups were all wearing number 21 warm-up shorts in honor of Dan Pangrazio, who is out with a sprained ankle. Also, Lower Merion's bench is a little bit shorthanded. Gary mentioned earlier that assistant coach Drew Downer, brother of the head coach Greg Downer, is not in the arena tonight. Greg has been Drew has been battling the flu, and he's been taken to Hershey Medical Center, suffering from a little dehydration. They tell us he's going to be okay, just a precautionary measure. Jed and Gary?
All right, Gary, 41-41, X's and O's. Pangrazio, good point Mark brought up there. They lose their three-point threat, and that really has tightened it on Bryant tonight, and that may be one of the reasons why he has not gotten rolling.
Well, both teams really unusual in the sense that they don't have true postmen that we've seen in here before in the 4A ranks. And so Pangrazio provides a three-point threat that takes some of the heat off Bryant. Without him in there tonight, the respect is not there for the perimeter game that might normally be there if Pangrazio was in there stroking his normal 3 or 4 threes a game.
Omar Hatcher rather hits the front end. Left-hander. Good again.
Hatcher, a nice look from the free throw line. That 73% is no fake.
Free throw line is the look down the stretch now for either team. Blanks to the timeline. 43-41. There's your score and time remaining on your screen.
You're looking for a cut now to the basket, an open cut. You want to pass the ball. Again, you don't have your top scorer in there, so you want to find the good, hard shot on the inside out of your offense. Don't take it because you think it's time. Take it because it's the right time.
Fiorelli, dribble drive. Oh, heartbreak move there.
Fiorelli, who missed the jump shot a moment ago, had a clean layup but just missed it off the glass.
Barry Walker back out top now for Emory Dabney. 2-point lead for Lower Merion. They have the ball. They're spreading the floor, buying time. Kobe Bryant, 4 fouls.
Now you can let the clock run a bit here, but you can't let him just pass the ball back and forth. You need to really kind of get out there. Bryant's going to end up with the ball in his hands here momentarily, but you really have to pick up the pressure and get up in the lanes. Watch the backdoor cut for Bryant.
Walker in traffic, throws it up, balance and good. Well, he picked a good time for his first field goal.
That's one of those shots you go, no, 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 yes! It was a really poor shot, but it ended up having a really good ending.
Reach in foul, tough call, and it's on Emery Dabney, 1-1 the other way with a pretty good free throw shooter, and Keith Neese at 77% on the year, going to look to convert the front end here.
Look at a good spin dribble. He keeps the elbow in, pulls the ball through, and now Dabney reaches in, fouls him on the play. And if you were Erie Cathedral Prep, that was manna from heaven as you get the clock stopped and a 1-1, possible 2 shots here at the line with no time running.
Told you he was good. I mean, he's left no doubt. You mean there's a minute 22 left?
77.8% for the line, and you see why there. The good lift, and then the reach, and then the net. 2 times.
2-point game right now, 1:22 left, 45-43. Reach in foul, Julian Blanks. It's going to put Walker to the line. That may not be a bad idea, even though Walker just got field goal, sophomore. Maybe a little chilly coming off the bench.
By design, Walker has already played more minutes tonight than he's played in any one game all season. He has not been to the line very often. You can see everybody stepping in and talking to him, and look at those eyes. I'll tell you what, he's saying, I haven't been here that often. Let's see what I can do in a pressure situation as he bounces it and steps in and takes a look.
Missed it. Rebound Erie. Chance to tie or go ahead. 1:15 remaining.
That's why there's scouting reports. You know who to foul at this point in the game. Here's a timeout by Marcel Uribe.
There's film, then there's flesh a couple of nights later, and they've scouted Walker well. All right, 1:11 to go. Marcel Uribe as he gathers his team together there, Gary. Down by 2, 45-43, draw it up.
Well, what he's doing right now is he's setting up a play that probably involves Trokey taking the shot on the other end of it. He's going to try to post somebody up. He's going to keep the spread again. He's only down 1 short possession. He knows he's still got a timeout. If he doesn't like what he sees out there, he can call the timeout again. But he'll run the motion, take it down somewhere probably in around 50 or 40 seconds, try to get a good shot so he still has time for another possession in case he misses. But he's only down 1 short, and he's really back in a prime situation. On the other side, Lower Merion's going to come after him with some heat. They're going to try to force some kind of turnover right here. You may see the trap again from Lower Merion, but they don't want to put Erie Cathedral Prep at the line. What they've got to do is play defense with their feet and not foul at this point in the game.
Kobe Bryant, 4 fouls. That's a factor. Now you've got Brian Sizikowski. He's out of the game for Erie Cathedral Prep. The 4 fouls on Bryant, you've obviously got to try and change some of the things with him and maybe limit his physicalness or physical play and physical presence low post.
You might think about going at Bryant right here and taking him in the hole, get the 5th foul, and maybe get a bucket to boot or a chance to get to the free throw line.
Here's Keith Neese. He's had a solid half. Over Bryant. Rebound battled for. Kobe Bryant's got it. Ball is stolen by Blanks. Does he save it? Yes, he does. Fiorelli. Don't panic here if you're Erie. 55 seconds left.
You may see another timeout called here down around 30. He's going to run this clock down as Uribe.
Going to put the time. There it is.
You don't want to take it the whole way down. You want to leave yourself some time. But he's spreading the floor as we said he might. Everybody above the free throw line looking for a back cut here. And I think Trokey's going to end up taking the shot momentarily.
Trokey's had a good game. Julian Blanks. Neese. Blanks drives in. 30 seconds left. Left it short. Rebound battled for. Still on the deck. Taken away by Kobe Bryant. Bryant into the open floor. Give it up. Omar Hatcher all the way.
And that may seal it. It's a 2-possession game, but here comes Neese.
15 seconds to go. He carried it over.
And that, I think, is going to do it. 14 seconds to go. Erie Cathedral Prep is going to have to steal or foul. Lower Merion's going to call timeout to get everybody on the same page of this level.
They're on their feet. Lower Merion by 4, 47-43. And it's a wild sequence. Let's look at it here, Gary. This is Hatcher for what could be the knockout blow.
And I'll tell you what, that was the longest 5 feet that Hatcher ever went with a basketball. That's a lonely time. Great pass from Bryant to see him down the floor. Hatcher finished it off. It's a 2-possession ball game right here. Now, Erie Cathedral Prep's job is easy. They have to get a steal or foul immediately, buy some precious seconds. For Lower Merion, they want to get the ball in bounds, preferably in the hands of Kobe Bryant, possibly in the hands of Omar Hatcher, number 15. They're both superb free throw shooters. Already it's 2 possessions. Anymore, it's an impossible task for Erie Cathedral Prep. It is already at that point where it's a very big mountain to crawl up.
There you see the mother and father of Julian Blanks. Mark had told you earlier they started their trek from Erie this morning at 6:30 a.m. There's the Lower Merion faithful. They have a huge following here.
What you want to do here is Lower Merion is throw the ball toward your basket, not backwards.
There's the timeout. Excellent denial that time. They had the right defense on. Now here's the knockout blow. Omar Hatcher.
Look at that pass from Bryant and Hatcher in for 2. And remember that too, because that probably is going to be the 2 points that's going to seal the state championship. Oh my gosh, Jason lives. Oh man. Friday the 13th, part 14.
Well, that particular sequence for Erie was indeed Friday the 13th. If you so desire, because they had pretty good looks, Gary.
And this is
just wouldn't fall.
Almost a replay of 2 years ago when they played Chester in such a heart-stopping game. Same thing at the end, the 4-point lead at the end that Chester put on them. And this is an Erie Cathedral Prep team that's got to be proud of what they've done tonight, but they came here to win. They didn't come here to play close. The #1 team in the state, Lower Merion, against the #3 team in the state, Erie Cathedral Prep. And they still have hope, but very little of it at the moment.
LMHS about ready to be the initials for a state championship in boys quad A. No timeouts left now for Lower Merion. There's the guy you put on the line, get an All-American to get the entry pass.
2 seconds off the clock, 2 precious seconds if you're a Rambler from Erie Cathedral Prep, and the most feared free throw shooter on the team about to step to the line, Kobe Bryant. It'll be 2 shots because that's a 10th team foul. Automatic 2 this year, first year in high school.
Erie does have the 1 timeout remaining. That's a huge deal right now because even if he makes both of them, Gary, it's 2 long possessions. They are still alive.
2 long possessions, but very little time to get it done, and wouldn't you know it,
that'll help.
The missed free throw by Kobe Bryant. Now it'll be a short and a long, so you can take the 2 or 3 in whatever order you want, and then you have to foul immediately.
There's Graham Witherspoon for Erie Cathedral. Praying for a miracle. Bryant hits it. All right, here we go. He's got to get a 3 or a 2. Blanks. Well, they're denying. They're taking too long. Chalky. Neese going to step into a 3. Missed it. That's going to do it. It's over. Lower Merion has won. State championship, 48-43. It's not high scoring, but I'll tell you what, if you're a basketball fan, there was plenty of intrigue.
Plenty of anticipation, plenty of excitement, moments of brilliance, well-conceived game plan by Erie Cathedral Prep, and Kobe Bryant showed his true mettle, even though he didn't have a fantastic game, showed what he could do. And there's the young man that has been so ballyhooed and has packed this arena tonight.
He's going over, if we get an ups shot over to the Lower Merion fans. He has been one of the most followed high school athletes in this state all winter long. Incredible finish, 48-43. Well, it's tough to get to this level. Let's check in with Mark Shuey one final time. Mark, great championship here in Boys Quad A tonight.
What a tremendous game at the Hershey Park Arena. The Lower Merion fans have already unfurled a banner that says Lower Merion 1996 state champs, and that ends a 53-year drought for Lower Merion. Their last state basketball title came in 1943, but the drought is over as Kobe Bryant and the Lower Merion Aces defeat Erie Cathedral Prep 48-43 to win the Quad A state title. Jed and Gary?
Just saw a great poignant moment. Father, Jellybean Joe Bryant. Son, Kobe, embracing on the side. And there's some of the family members over there. Lower Merion has won 48-43. Great ball game, Gary.
Great ball game indeed. Second lowest scoring 4A game since 1993 when only 71 points were scored. Tonight, we see a total of 71 points again. And I'll tell you what an outstanding game it was. I like the fact that Erie Cathedral Prep had a great game plan. Merion made the adjustments. Kobe Bryant did not disappoint at times, and I thought it was an outstanding contest. The trophy comes from Ringgold last year, now back into the East, and the Philadelphia area owns it one more time, as Chester did 2 years ago.
Very disappointing for Erie Cathedral Prep. Gary, quickly, I want you to just talk. You got to get here for a shot, and I'll tell you, Erie Cathedral Prep really gave it their best one.
Yeah, they came in here. They had a good game plan. They played their hearts out, but they're going to walk away with the silver medal tonight and not the gold. That belongs to Lower Merion.
And Kobe Bryant right there, 33 and white in your program. Lots of thanks. Brad Cashman, Dr. Bob Lombardi, Elliot Hopkins with the PIAA, our hosts here at the Hershey Park Arena. Our final in boys quad A, it goes back to the east. Lower Merion, 48. Erie Cathedral Prep, 43. For Mark Shuey, Gary Sutton, our entire WITF crew, I'm Jed Donahue. Have a great one, everybody.